Yo.
Sweet. Hey, everybody.
What's up, guys?
Just us hanging out.
Discussing. So I guess, we started chatting and realized that we weren't recording, but we were kind of just discussing some of the Inviting Academy live videos that coaches have shared. So if you guys are watching this and haven't had an opportunity to dive into that, you can definitely grab some nuggets from it. There's some really helpful tools, and there might, you might find a lot of repetitive information, but it's, I think, good to continue to hear the same information, because sometimes people think they have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to this business, but you don't. People have paved that path for us, and it's worth listening to kind of just hammer that information in, and then just make it part of your daily routine. That's where success will happen, is when you make it part of your daily routine and stay consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I would do a little recap.
Yeah.
Nice job,
I was going to say, especially if you're a newer coach, if you're not in that group, then let your coach know. Let one of us know. Because those videos are really good, especially if you're newer for inviting.
Definitely, that's for sure.
So.
And for all of the coaches watching, there's so many groups going on right now with amazing training. And so Abby and Carrie and I have decided to make these next 6 weeks, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 for sneak peek opportunities and whatnot, to just make this an open discussion. So if there's something that you want to discuss that you're kind of stuck on, or you just want to hear our thoughts live and just kind of interact with us, jump on. It's don't be nervous, don't be scared. We're just humans trying to figure this thing out too, and trying to make a business out of this, and become successful coaches. So
yes. Exactly. We're all in this together. If you don't know us, the 3 of us are pretty much at the same place in our business. So we've decided to form what you kind of call a pod, and we meet once a week and discuss our goals and, stuff we want to do for you guys and all that. So it's kind of like having multiple success partners, which is cool. So if you don't have a success partner, it would be really good to find somebody. It doesn't have to be on your specific team. Could be anybody and any coach, really. So if you're looking to do that, it'll be good to keep you accountable with your business, and do a post in Books and Inspire or another group, and get yourself a success partner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could post all the way up into TKO. I'm sure there's plenty of coaches that don't have success partners, and you can even, I would say, join us occasionally for ideas and motivation and support, because we're ultimately, we're all a team and we want to help each other. So well, even though we don't have anybody on, we started discussing, again, the Live Academy, and I don't know about you guys, but I finally am trying to catch up on the Coach Push group, and I printed out all the forms that Danielle had posted and shared, and they're pretty helpful, and it goes hand in hand with Teamzy, but I kind of like the idea of handwriting and having a printout. And then I've been plugging it into Teamzy just because of the fact that I am paying for that service. But if you guys need trackers to keep track of the people that you're, just an example like this, so I'm looking at something down here, and this form here, you write the day of the week and the date, and then you add 3 people to your network, start conversations with 3 people, build relationships with 3 people, invite 3 people to your challenge groups, and then invite 2 coaches. And so it's a lot of inviting, it's a lot of conversation starting, and it's adding to your network. And if you were to do that daily and keep track of it, especially written out, I think it just makes it really nice. You can make notes directly on this sheet, maybe get a binder and put them all together. And I don't know, but I think it was a nice little layout that they put together for us.
Yeah, I need to print those out. I was just thinking that.
Yeah. I think the other one is very similar. You guys have both done the I'm drawing a blank. The Arts of Recruiting, right?
Yeah.
I hadn't.
Oh, you haven't, Abby? I think that they designed that one similar to the Arts of Recruiting by Josh Coates, and it's just another like really, really nice check-off list, basically for your power hour every day. It's a great tool. I mean, and there's so many of those floating around, but it's just nice to have something fresh that's been recently created and to try to get on track and organized.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, there's lots of trackers that I've seen throughout the years that I've been coaching, and just kind of got to find one that works for you. There's some in the back office, the business activity tracker.
Right.
Which I never really cared for, but everyone's different. So.
Right, and that's why I think it's fun to like try these different ones and see, like give it this month or give it a week and see how it works for you. And if it's something that's too overwhelming, then you can simplify it. Because I think I want to say a couple of them are Google Docs, so you could literally then copy and paste into a Word doc and redesign it for yourself to better suit.
Right.
I like did you see Lindsay Coco had posted her in the monthly coach group, whatever. She posted her calendar of like her daily posts and like her focus for each week and stuff. And I like the idea of that too, because sometimes I feel like with the coach group right now where they're telling you, okay, post this today. It's like it prompts you, because some days you feel like you're going through the day and like, I don't know what to post, or you know what I mean? Like it just gives you like a guideline to make sure that you are being consistent, So, because some days I feel like if I'm not preemptive, they escape and I didn't get anything up or whatever, So.
Right. No, I like that too, and maybe that's even something that we could start doing.
Yeah, we could make our own,
we can create a calendar each month, like maybe the week before the next month. So then, ultimately what would be really nice is to, especially when it's planned out like that, you could start, if you have like 5-10 minutes to sit down, you could start putting those posts together, like, or even on the weekends when you're maybe not getting as much traffic on your posts and having to communicate with people, you can schedule those.
No,
and
definitely
already done for you. So then everything else that you're posting is just lifestyle and in the moment.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, no, I agree. And it would be good like for month to month, like varying it. So it's not the same exact, you know what I mean? Like
totally. Yeah, I agree. So what we could do is we could take that one and maybe we can even look for some other calendars that maybe have been posted and shared in groups, and then start customizing them and make them different. I think that's a good idea.
No, I know. I think that would be good.
I'm going to write a note for myself.
I'm doing, one of my coaches had put it out there in the team pages to do, she wanted to do like a personal development book exchange accountability thing. So I told her I'd, hop into it because I'm not the greatest with forcing myself to read. Like this week, I've actually been reading after my workout in the morning, which has been good, but I haven't been super consistent. So what Gretchen did is I think there's just like 8 of us, but she compiled like a list together of different personal development books, had everyone fill out like which books they've already read, which books they want to read, which books, like they'd be willing to pass on if they already own them and all that. So she figured out like everyone starts with one particular book. Like I have a book on the list, but I haven't read it yet. So that I'll start with that book. And we give ourselves like a month to finish that book. And then the 15th and the next month, we ship it off to the next person in line on our list, and then we get the book from the person above us. So that it goes all around, and we'll sign our name in the book and where we're from and the date we sent it off, and if we have any like takeaways, we were going to jot them down for each other, like little notes, whatever. So it's kind of like a like a chain letter, but a book letter, but also keeping us accountable. Like, okay, we have a month to finish that book before we're going to pass it along. And this is the first time she's doing it, or I'm doing it too. So obviously we'll see how the first month goes, if we need less time, more time, if everyone's kind of like on target to finish their book. So yeah, so I know it'll force me, like, okay, I got to finish this book because I got to send it to the next person. So it'll be good. Like, I guess, 7-8 months it'll encompass of reading personal development books, I've only read maybe 1 or 2 since I started coaching. So this will be like 7 books this year, so I'm looking forward to it. And, some of them maybe weren't ones I wouldn't, would have thought of or would have picked or whatever. But so yeah, so I'm excited. I'll let you guys know how that goes and how that format works.
I don't know how it will work. Like if you could add people in after a while, like if it is working well, because I love that idea, because you might then end up with a book that you would never pick, and hopefully something that's going to still benefit you. But no, I think that's super cool.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Even if we don't join that, maybe that's something we could suggest within like our Team Uplift and Inspire.
Yeah.
I think that would be really fun. Because and honestly, like I have so many books, and there's only a couple of them that I've chosen to pick up and read for a second time because I just found them so helpful. But now, they're just sitting, and it's like, I would love to pass them on,
Right. Yeah. No. So, yeah. So I'm definitely excited to do that, whatever. But what I was reading, my book is The Slight Edge that I have to read.
Yeah.
But I had started picking back up with the 10-time rule, or 10x, whatever, however you call it. But so that's been good. I've been reading, a couple chapters every morning, and it's actually really good.
Yeah, a lot.
Talking about goal setting and just, like the amount of effort that you need to put into something, and how everyone's just like, the majority of people are just average. They're just getting along, doing average things. It's like, if you're like, you don't have to set goals to be average. You're going to be average. You know what I mean? So it was just, there's a lot of good stuff to, keep me going,
Right.
So.
I think that the 10X rule, or whatever it's called, that one I really liked that book. I listened to that one on Audible.
Oh, okay.
And I enjoyed it because he talked really fast, and I like that because I typically speed up the Audible because I'm like, okay, you're talking too slow, go. And his energy was like, he annoys some people, but like I loved it. Like he was a firecracker for sure.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the 90-day, what's it called? Not 90-day year.
12-week year.
12-week year.
12-week.
That one's different too.
Something like that. But the guy narrating it sounds like my stepdad. So, like when I was young, and I'm just like, oh man, like it's hard to listen to. But I've been thinking lately too, I want to sit down and read a book because I retain the information better.
Yeah.
Audible, I listen to it, more than once, and, it's nice to have, while I'm doing the dishes or this and that and the other. But, I think I'm going to sit down and actually like start reading.
Yeah. Okay. I think that I agree. I like this morning, like I was saying, I was earlier sharing with Carrie that, after kind of doing some of the morning chores and getting the girls off to school, I climbed back into bed with my tea and like opened up the shades and, so that I wouldn't get tired. But like I read my book and I set a timer, but I bought a new like hard copy of a book because I had gone through all my books that are hard copies, and it's just, there's just something so different about actually having a book in hand. And because I like to highlight some stuff too when I come across like something really good, because usually I can use that information like in the post, as well. So
yeah, that's another thing. It's easy, obviously hard, when you're listening to an Audible,
right.
Jot, especially if you're multitasking.
Right.
But yeah.
I'll hit there's that little bookmark thing on the Audible. I don't know if
yeah.
I use it all the time. Like, oh, that's a good point. I'll go back to it. And then I never go back to it.
Yeah, I just discovered that actually today on accident. But yeah, because I have a couple books that I order that, since I've been doing Audible, I haven't, read them.
Right.
So,
I actually purposely put my account on hold.
Me too.
Also wanting to have books in hand, because I kept thinking, I'm like, oh, I've got 2 or 3 credits. I should buy the books and then I should read them. And this time I'm like, no, I need to just put it on hold and not continue to just buy these books. I need to have them in hand and read them and get more out of them. But it's nice having them. Like if you're driving in the car, going long distance, or like you said, doing the dishes, whatever it may be, just having some educational flow.
Right. Yeah, it was the reason why I switched Audible is because it was hard for me to sit down and read a book without wanting to fall asleep.
You're getting something,
Right. Right. Yeah.
But that's better than nothing.
Well, yeah, I listen while I'm in the shower.
Yeah.
Folding laundry, doing the dishes, which I never thought to do before. So,
right.
Yeah.
Someone else,
Multitask.
who's going to listen to this, definitely multitask. So.
Well, should we should probably mention that not this Monday, but the following Monday, the 20th, we're planning on running a sneak peek, a free clean eating group. And we're inviting all of you guys to join us. And so if you guys have people that are interested in joining, you're welcome to add them. What we'll end up doing is next week, the 3 of us are going to meet together and create a meal plan. And then we'll provide that in the group. But we're going to start the group on Friday so that people have the whole weekend to shop and get prepared for Monday start. And it'll run Monday through Friday. It's going to be a spring cleaning type theme because it actually starts on the first day of spring. And we're going to incorporate mind, body, home because it's spring cleaning. I was going to say something. Oh, and so what you'll want to do is you'll want to start to kind of talk about and advertise on your Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat a couple days before Friday, I would say, and then you could even do it over into the weekend. I mean, people could still advertise on Sunday the day before and join. You don't have to, it's not like a challenge group where they have to purchase something and be super duper prepared, but it is nice to have people prepared and ready and be able to shop over the weekend. So if you can do something beforehand, I would suggest Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, posting something in the most optimal time. So between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. and then 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to advertise as much as a regular challenge group either. I mean, I find personally that you advertise free, people like free, and then
yes,
you get a lot of traffic. So if you're on my team, my regular challenge group prelim week starts the same day, but reach out to me and we'll talk about how to advertise for both. Anyway. Anything else?
I don't think so.
I think so. We should also mention that Super Saturday, the next Super Saturday is fast approaching. So
yes.
The weekend of April 8th is when it'll be held, and it depends, I guess, in your region, who's holding it when, where. So just make sure you look in your back office for the location near you. I know mine is only 20 minutes away from me, and it looks like Autumn's going to be there, which is really awesome. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, so I'm pumped, and I know actually quite a few of my coaches are going to be joining me, so I'm excited for that. I don't know, have you guys looked at your Super Saturday yet to see who and all that.
I did see something posted recently just saying that they're trying to organize and
Put it together.
and yeah, so they haven't put it fully together yet.
Okay, yeah, ours just got put together too, so.
Is it the one in Carlsbad, Annie?
Did they post something now? Because I know.
No, I don't know. I was just.
I know that's where it was last time, right?
Yeah, it's been in Carlsbad like the last 2 times. They stopped doing it in Orange County for some reason. I don't know why.
I wonder if they had maybe a bigger group of people further south, and so they didn't.
Yes. Well, someone had said like Judd and Christy, like Welt or whatever, were doing Bakersfield or something.
They moved to Bakersfield?
Well, I don't know. Someone said that they were like going to the Bakersfield. I don't know. So I don't know if they moved
Interesting.
or what.
Maybe. Maybe that's why, yeah, I don't know. But I know that, I think Megan posted something, I want to say it was within the week, and I'm glad you brought it up, Abby, because I meant to post something in my team page. Because people then can at least like reserve that weekend because it'll be either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But yeah, hopefully it'll be somewhere not too far.
Yeah, I don't mind Carlsbad because I used to live there, so I have friends there. But
That's good.
yeah,
Hopefully I'm sure they'll have some sort of announcements. Like, I mean, they gotta be having a new program on tap, getting ready to launch.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know they have like the new international market, which seems like they're going to be close to announcing that, and then whatever new product that they're talking about that they're coming out with for like assist pod people or whatever. So I'll be excited to see what's coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I definitely can't wait. I know. Well, I don't know, but it has to be UK. We're going to, which would be really cool.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I'm sure you guys too. From Instagram or whatever, people from the UK are like, let me know.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm glad you brought up Super Saturday because I forgot about it. Too bad. So
yeah, so I guess if that's it, we'll wrap it up. So we'll just continue, like Annie mentioned, next week we'll do another open discussion just like we have this evening. So certainly you are more than welcome to hop on. If you don't want to say anything and you just want to listen, that's totally fine. Or if you come prepared with questions, concerns, need help with ideas, want to bounce off ideas. I mean, we've certainly been coaching a while between the 3 of us now, and have experience and ideas and insight as to what you might be more successful with if you're in regards to putting a post together or a group or whatever. So we'd certainly love to encourage you and help you, and I'm sure you might be able to help us with something too. So that's the beauty of connecting with one another. So I think you guys have anything else to say?
No, I don't think so.
yeah.
Actually, I'll say one more thing is that, utilize this as a way to stay accountable and set goals for yourself, because even if it's just a matter of you starting now and working the business and saying you're going to do something and writing it down and being able to share with us next week what it was that you committed to and what you did, what was good, what was bad. I mean, utilize it as a tool for you. And there's going to be Tuesday webinars in the Push to Diamond group, which I'm sure all of us have shared with our teams now. Like, get in there and then use this as an opportunity to discuss the webinar after. So it's just a great opportunity to one, stay accountable, get support, be a part of a team, and share ideas. So.
Yep. Yeah, that group too. I mean, the cash pot's over 10 grand. So if you hit diamond in 6 week period, then you get a cut of that. And I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know how many are in the group. There's quite a few, but I mean, not everyone's gonna hit diamond.
I know. Yeah, and I think they said it was over. I think she mentioned it might have been over 11,000 now. So
yeah, I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys put in $10 and.
I mean, and she said, usually, I mean, I think this group might be bigger than they've done in the past, but she, maybe as a reference point for yourself is, she's like, usually we take away maybe 50 people go to diamond. So,
Do the math.
You know, like, yeah, you divide that up, you know what I mean? Like, even if it's something, you know what I mean? Like, that's great, you know?
Yeah. I
Be
mean,
part of it.
talk about 10x rule. I mean, you put in the effort and you could multiply your money by 10 times easily,
Yep.
you know?
Totally.
Yeah, it's super exciting. And if you are newer, you just, you know, aren't aware, we have a super awesome upline. You know, they do a lot for us, and we're lucky to have them because a lot of, you know, teams aren't as proactive as ours is. So
Yeah, for sure.
I know, you know, when I was newer, and even now, I get in on every training I can, you know, because it can't hurt. That's for sure. So,
I mean, even honestly, even if you weren't ever to do anything with Beachbody per se, as your business, I mean, all of this information, all of the training tools, it's just so helpful for just life in general. And whether you open up your own business in a totally different field, or you continue to work this as your business, or just want to be the best version of yourself, I mean, there's just so much you could take away from all the training offered. So I personally don't think that it's a waste of time ever. And we all have busy schedules, but we somehow make it work. So, you know, it's all, I mean, just like with fitness, it's dropping all excuses and just making time for it, making it happen.
Yep.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I spent a lot of my day today catching up on the inviting,
Mhm.
you know, so it's all about how bad you want it.
Yeah, you taste it.
Takes time, but you know, I mean, I know I am, and you ladies are too, seeing the hard work, you know, slowly pay off. So just gotta stick with it.
Absolutely. Cool beans.
All right. Well, that's it. Right?
That's all she wrote. All right. Well, then we will be chatting next Tuesday, and then, but with the rest of you guys, we'll see you next Wednesday.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right. Good night, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.